You know, whether like the weather on a knife edge, whether, you know, slicks were better or thingy, and we've seen it in a full race. So, you know, yeah, it really has been interesting how they've kind of added more wet weather to the game and that balance of maybe having wet to dry or dry to wet. But here we go, people. The race here at Tier 4 is getting underway this evening at Brazil. And here we go. The lights are out. And it looks like SA and Skinner got a great launch off the light. Skinner's down the inside. And Skinner will keep that position as he's on the medium compounder tyres. The Aston Martin of PG getting involved there, trying to stay with the front three. We've got Mepler and F125 battling it out there. Mephala, sorry, should I say. They all follow through. We've got FG Pro lagging in the background, as well as Polar Cold 18. Maybe they had a coming together into turn 1. And it's cost them some track time there. We've got TXT. Look at this. And there's been a big moment. V-Carb have had a coming together. No, they haven't. Oh, it's all happening here. On lap 1. Big coming together. People are off the circuit. What's going on here is there's a big bunch up of cars. And the Haas. The Haas is sideways. F1 for live. Locking up the rears there, I think. Big slide. That will not be helping his tyres. That will have definitely added wear. We've got Rip Brannin already on a penalty. Skinner with the fastest lap. He has absolutely left SA. He is on the mediums. Skull Killer putting heavy pressure on SA. This could be an easy overtake as we're now on lap 2. DRS enabled. Polar Cold speeding into the pit lane and has already retired from this one. And Skull Killer having a look down the inside. They come very close together through that corner side by side. And the traction going with the mediums there through that corner. But Skull Killer now has to find nearly a second in lap time to try and get within DRS range of Skinner, who's absolutely just left these two in the dust from lap 1. And look at Gotto. He will be loving this in the chat. Skinner leading by 2 seconds. And there was big collisions in the background. Look at the Williams of Mephala. Damage needs to pit. Needs to get off. And needs to get a new wing. 100% his teammate. George, who won the first race of the season, finds himself down in P17. It must have been a collision for George. And I'm sure he's going to want to try and get a good haul of points here this evening to try and maintain the lead of the championship. I Am Lemon says it's going to be a masterclass. He's already up to P11, so he still could pull something off here. Could last season's champion Skimmer my goat. I know you're just saying it to take the piss out. I love it though. I love it, Gotto. But Skinner, yeah, 3 seconds. He's fucking flying out at the front. Look at this Kick Sauber driver. He's just like, yep, see you later, bye, I'm gone. I mean, SA will eventually gain some lap time with the hard compounder tyres coming his way, but tell you what, Skinner is making every use of these mediums and trying to break away from the Mercedes driver. And here we go. Are we going to see any fighting into turn 1? Polar Cold leaving the session there. And it looks like they all stay the same there. That little train. And let's watch Rip. Is he coming under any pressure? Nope. Kislesko, can he try and go for the overtake down this straight? Getting in the slipstream. ERS usage. Definitely for the Kick Sauber driver. And he moves up into P7. Yeah, Lemon definitely trying to pull a 21 Hamilton off. He's got he's got to find 8/10 in sector 2 to try and get within DRS range of that next little train further up. Can he bring all these drivers up into that every time they hit the DRS zones, though, as we get Go Bucks with a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. That's one hell of a corner cut to pick up a 10-second time penalty. But the Aston Martin driver he's found 2/10. But now they'll hit the DRS zone and they will start pulling away a bit. He's found a few more. He's trying to push to get back within range, but that DRS just pulls them further away from him. Skinner's advantage now 3.7 seconds. Skull and SA need to work together here. As, hang on, SA's ghosted? So maybe there's been contact and Skull Killer's just like, you know what? I am staying here. Your car is not on ghosting us. There he goes, Skull Killer. And SA's dropping positions. Doesn't look like he's got damage. Is he desynced here? This has got to be a desync. I don't have him added, so I can't invite him back into the lobby. You know they mean business, mate. Yeah, definitely. I could see it in the name. You know what? I want the Euro Millions numbers if Skinner does actually win this. God, so you better give me them fucking Euro Millions numbers, mate. He's just flying. He's just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gone. 4.7 seconds. And SA is just... I think it's decent. I ain't seen anything pop up. I mean, I haven't been looking at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, he is rapid. I mean, is Skinner meant to be in tier 4? Is this a mistake? Because he is just fucking gone. And he's just gaining time every lap. It's almost a second a lap he's gaining on Skullkiller, who currently sits in P2. That's some fucking unreal pace. Now, SA could potentially bridge a gap here, because Rip's going to get DRS. If Rip can really push with the ERS and DRS here, he could try to potentially get within that range, or is he going to look to... I don't know quite what's up with SA's car here, but he's ghosted for me. SA, bit of a weird choice, to be honest. I think he is, because he's actually going on the attack here. Just must be ghosted for us. Nah, there's no way the hards are fucking dropping off that much. We'll check back in with him later. Got this little battle here. TXT's took the lead in the VCAB from Skullkiller for P2. And I think no matter how hard these guys try, they are just not going to catch the kick salvage driver. TXT's gained a bit of time here, but then loses it on entry to that corner. Skinner is just gone. I mean, all the drama does heat up in the second half of the race, which it really did last time out. They really did put on a show. Let's see if Lemon... How's Lemon gone to P11? He was 10th. Oh, yeah, DRS. So they've all been swapping, haven't they? And it looks like Scorter, his hard compounder tyres, are starting to kick in against the mediums in behind him. But with the DRS, is Lemon going to look to put the Ferrari driver under pressure? And just not enough pace there. Didn't get the best of exits out of turn 3 to stay right within touching distance of that Ferrari. And it's just so unfortunate for Kislesko. Showing him some really good pace here, but every time them drivers in front of him get him within DRS, it just, yeah, it just creates the gap again and just loses time. Yeah, he's definitely DC'd. SA, dude. He has to have done it? I mean, what level have they got the AI here for his AI to be staying within DRS range of these? Because 108s, 108.2 is a decent lap at Brazil. Decent. Gotta be. Scott now. Lemon's been passed by 2 of them now. George has managed to get past him as well. Madman with the 3-second time penalty. Hang on. Midfield Maestro's still not got in touch with me. And I don't think he's been in the chat either. So maybe he hasn't been able to make it. Got his AI on 120. Let me just see if he is online. And shit, I'm not even in a channel for him to join. Oh, I've fucked this up for Midfield Maestro tonight, me. I am so sorry, Midfield. He wanted his debut. I didn't even fucking get in a channel for him to... I've just... Yeah, that is on me, Midfield. I tell you what, Skinner's flying with him, so he's doing good. FG Pro there with the 10-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. We're now seeing pit stops starting to happen. I am Lemon in, FG Pro in. F1 for live, 3-second time penalty there. I was thinking that something was really nagging at me, and I have really let Midfield Maestro down here tonight. Feel bad. I feel bad, people. Feel bad on Midfield. He's such... It's so good to have him along as well. Like, in the comms. We could have had so many battles being watched here. And I've gone and screwed the pooch. Oh, my daughter's mum's ringing me. Just 1 second. I do apologise, people. Sorry, Matty. Thank you for the follow, Matty. Back to the action. I just nearly needed to speak to my daughter's mum there, so I do apologise for that. Do apologise for the silence. I never like to leave the chat silent, but yeah, needs must. But thank you again, Matty, for the follow. Very much appreciate it. Skip. Jesus, I've got the hiccups. Skinner deciding to pit. I think Scott may have been trying to hold up Skinner a bit there in the Ferrari for his mate Skullkiller, but he was, I think, some 7 seconds down the road before he pitted. It may have been a bit more. Can't escape him. Definitely not. My daughter's, she's just been an idiot, and we need to sort things out with her. She's just, I mean, my eldest, and she doesn't live with me, so, yeah, need to get that fucking sorted. It's doing me head in at the minute. But kids, I mean, we've all been there. We've all fucking done our mums and dads' heads in. Right, so Skinner, SA has the lead again after a great qualifying. His car is ghosted. Skinner is currently at P2, but that's going to be an easy move. As we've seen people pitting, really big gaps have started to form. There's only F1 Live has got PG and Kislesko trying to get past. As we get FG Pro with another penalty there, a 3-second time penalty though this time. Last one was a 10-second into the pit lane. But side by side here, and PG wanted past and got past. Oh, there's sliding everywhere, as you can see. Big moment there. Skinner puts in the fastest lap of the race, a 1 minute 10.426. SA in the pits, his ghosted car now deciding to pit. We've got TXT moving up into P3, behind, getting in front of Skullkiller. So TXT doing well. Skullkiller in at P4. There's Shush Football in that little battle as well. Brannin just been in, he's just floating about here, the V-Carb driver. In a bit of no man's land. I'm sure he'd love to be involved in them that battle with them three cars a bit further down the road, but the time that they find in the DRS really does set Brannin back, and trying to find it nearly 1.6 seconds on a lap just to get some DRS is a big ask for any driver. If you've got fresher tyres than there on older tyres, might be a bit easier feat, but Brannin on the same age tyres and not really going to be able to do anything. As we get Killer in the chat, how's it going? Skimmer is your roommate. Oh, nice. And Skinner's doing well. Currently killing it. And thank you for the follow as well. We are just making strides here, really, with the follow. So thank you very much. I massively appreciate it. But nice to see you in the chat, and always great to meet a new person. So thank you very much for joining us here this evening. Does Skinner want any info? I'm sure he might have sent you in for maybe some tyres or something like that. But yeah, nice to meet you, Killer. So yeah, kind of spreading out before the pit stops. Had a couple of DRS trains there, but it just seems to have spread out a bit more now. There's not really much battling going on. We've got TXT, Skullkiller, Hush, and them three drivers in a little battle. But then we've got PG, Rocket, and George. Last week's winner won the opening race of the season, the Williams driver, and has either found himself in a bit of bother under those opening laps because he did drop back, but now currently sat in P11. And as I said, he's going to want some points to try and hold on to that Drivers' Championship lead. And he's going for it here. Is George round the outside? He's got to go. It switches into the inside. The two cars lock tyres. And I think he tried letting the McLaren go back past there. And who's got DRS? It is the McLaren driver. But George gets through, and now he's got to chase down the Alpine driver, who is 2.1 seconds down the road from him. As Gotto with another gifted sub. You should be an engineer next week, Taz. It's allowed trust. He's getting me involved with F1. I'm learning now. Right, so you're actually you're here to learn a few things. is Gotto. Not Gotto, sorry, Killer. So Killer, I mean, if you've not watched F1 before, I suggest you get into it. It's absolutely brilliant. So you get some very high-speed circuits, some great overtakes. We haven't seen so many great overtakes here this evening. We had an absolutely hectic lap 1. This is only a 50% race as well. If this was genuine F1, this would be a 72 lap race, which is 100%. In qualifying, we only run short qualifying, which is 18 minutes of the lads trying to put in laps. In some leagues and in F1 in general, they have 3 qualifying sessions where the slowest 5 from each session get demoted from the first 2, and then the final quality session, the top 10 battle it out to see who is going to get pole position and who will start in pole for the race. Now, I'm sure Gotto would agree with me that just because you get P1 in qualifying doesn't always necessarily mean that you're going to win a race. We do have what we call TT merchants that just hammer TT laps just to be trying to be the quickest in the world. And then once it moves into that race pace, it kind of disappears because it is only 1 lap pace that they kind of have. But then you have people that can really put it together. There's a lad in the chat, Gotto. Facts. Yeah, definitely. Putting in a 149, 141.9 at Belgium on the mediums. Now, that might not sound any like a 141.9. Sounds like probably a standard lap. That's on the medium compounder tyres, where the next quickest person on the circuit was on softs, and they were 3/10 quicker, and the lad was not slow. He's not slow on the softs neither. The other lad that he was 3/10 behind. 3/10 is, you know, quite big in F1. These times, these gaps that you're seeing, you know, very hard to stay in behind a car with the dirty air. You do suffer, kind of drifting out. The V-Carbs had a good exit here against the Ferrari. The Ferrari staying out on circuit a lot longer than these drivers. He's on older tyres. This is why you're seeing him easily overtaken, because he's on old tyres, whereas these are on a lot newer. He's going to be going on to the medium compounder tyres at the end. Going to be rapid, trying to gain positions. So keep an eye on Scorter. He will definitely be looking to put some laps together near the end on the medium compounder tyres. Medium tyre merchant. But TXT, 3-second time penalty. So I'll quickly explain that one for the new guy. So he has broke track limits 3 times on the circuit, which then gives you a 3-second time penalty. Keep doing that throughout the race. You will pick up more and more penalties. You could eventually get DSQ'd, but we don't see that many potentially being picked up. You can get a 10-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. The pit lane has a set speed limit, and there's a line that you have to get to, and you have to be at that speed limit. If you go over that line, over the speed limit, most I think 80 kilometers per hour. Silverstone is a 60 kilometer per hour one. Some have, you know, different ones. Majority, I think it is 80 kilometers an hour. If you go over that into the pit lane, then you will instantly be issued a 10-second time penalty. Some people can get 10-second time penalties for massive overcuts, massively cutting a corner. That's another way you can pick up a penalty here. Collisions as well can end up picking you up a time penalty. He probably done. It's probably just going like this at the minute, or like that. Bang bang, bang bang, bang bang. Just let me watch the racing. That's what it probably is. But I like to give people the information, especially when they're new to F1, so they know what they're kind of looking at. And we're getting people closing up now that are within DRS range. That DRS range, you have to be under a second to the car in front to get that extra speed. We'll show you a DRS zone once we get there. We'll jump on board with Rocket in the Alpine. He's under that range that he needs for the DRS. You'll see a small flap open up in that rear wing that gives him extra speed. Skinner's not even involved in anything, so you watching him at the minute is just going to be watching a guy absolutely destroying a a tier, pretty much. He's 12.8 seconds up the road from his nearest competitor. Now, that is some gap. On 21 laps, that is just, yeah, it's ridiculous. That's, I mean, well done, Skinner. He's absolutely fucking flying. And I think he's probably going to go for a 2-stop, because I think he pitted quite early for the medium, off the mediums onto the hards. They are racing, driving fast. Yeah, they do. I mean, tune into the channel whenever you want. This is tier 4. Now, I'm not slandering tier 4. Skinner's quick. This division has been absolutely cracking since I've joined, race-wise. We've only had one race, but it's been epic. Join us on another night. You'll see some tier 1 drivers. Goto, 100% a tier 1 driver. We have tier 1 races, and you'll see some quicker lap times and, you know, hopefully some really good battling. So, yeah, if you want to see, you know, you enjoy this and you want to see a bit more, mate, I'm pretty much here all week long. Only Saturday nights I have off. And I cover comms for all of different leagues. So, you'll see a variety of drivers. You'll see some familiar faces as well that we genuinely commentate on a lot. Got all bigging himself up. Yeah, Wednesday night killer, come and join us, man. Goto will show you a medium lap that you'll be like, yeah, and then you'll see a guy going on the softs and he'll be so close to him. It's ridiculous, mate. Some legends that we commentate on, I'm telling you now. Dusty Bassoon, Razza Gamer, Goto, Sammy Lewis. I've done the SLR boys, Ham and Jam, Fox Blue. There is so many names that I could mention that are so right. Bammy Tick. How can we not mention him? Big Obo Alf. Really quick drivers. So yeah, make sure you come and join us, mate. And bring your friends. Bring them along. Listen to a Brit. Do some commentary on F1 racing. Midfield Maestro. Maestro, I'm not even in a fucking dinghy, and I'm so sorry. I mean, we're 22 laps in. I don't know whether you've just arrived, mate, but if I haven't got you in this lobby and you was here earlier on, I just want to say, Maestro, mate, I am so sorry if you was. I am really sorry. Oh, thank God for that. I was here cursing myself out earlier on, mate, like saying, oh no, midfield, where is he? Like, I think I forgot to invite him to the lobby. I feel so bad. I'm so sorry, Maestro, and all this. So, you know what? I can feel better now. I can feel better now. Let's have a look in at the kicks out. I mean, Maestro, this guy has been on it since lap 1. He has been pulling, just pulling away from TXT, Skull Killer, Ritbrand. SA was the closest guy to him, and I think he's decent, but he was doing so well, was SA. I've just not, if I had him added, then I would, you know, gladly, if they were to add me, I could get him back in. And Skinner is doing the 2-stop. Carnato gets a 10-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. So there's that pit lane penalty killer that you're seeing. He just too fast into the pit lane, instantly getting a 10-second time penalty. Another penalty that the drivers could pick up. We have what's called safety cars and virtual safety cars. Virtual safety cars, they are held to a delta, so they're not allowed to go over a certain time while they're out on the lap. A safety car, a car comes out on the circuit, paces as. Why did that McLaren just do that? Why? What the hell just happened? To shush football. You all seen that, right? Yeah, and Goto missed it, Mac. Predicted this, but you all just seen that McLaren. Yeah? That I am not tripping balls. That was... It looked like he just went boom and just threw it into the wall. I mean, Skinner's got a bit of work to do. I mean, he's probably done this just to have a bit of fun until end of race. He's had such a lonely race, the lad. The Skinner, and now people pit, so he got one lap of fun and that's it. One lap of battling. He's got 4.6. How's he so... See, that's how much time he's only just 4.5 seconds behind the leader and he's pitted. The guy's unreal. Taking the wild line. So, yeah, that was wild. But people pitting now, going on to new tyres. Must be a 2-stop here at Brazil. Obviously, on the last game, it was... My missus just made something and it smells fit. And now I'm hungry. What? Smells like pie. I can smell pie. I don't want to be a pie. I don't like gravy. Name that movie. Come on. Name the movie. Let's see who gets it. I don't want to be a pie. I don't like gravy. And then TXT into the pits. Is he going to get undercut? He did have a couple of drivers in behind him. Skinner with the fastest lap of 110.211. George now, he gets up into P3. Rocket as well in at P2. Nobody's going to get that in the chat. Come on, somebody's got to get that in the chat. We've got 9 people sat there and not one person can turn around and say that movie reference. Bet it's rattling Gotto's brain. He's had a couple, so it might take him a while. Come in China, minute. I ain't got a fucking clue what you're talking about, Taz. Skinner just pulling away. What a drive it's been from the Kick Sauber driver so far. 26 laps. He has a 5.5 second gap to Rocket. The true person that was in at P2, TXT, is now down in P10. So it shows you how much time he has on that. I think it was like, I think it was easy 14 seconds in front. And I'll tell you all the movie. It was Chicken Run. Since nobody was guessing. Well, we've lost the Haas team. We've lost Goldbuck. We've lost Polar Cold. And George, last week's race winner, goes into the pit lane and picks himself up a 10-second time penalty. This is like last week. It all came like in the pit stop phase. All the drama. People picking up penalties. Track penalties. I mean, George is going to be hoping for a safety car now so he can kind of serve it then. Wild pit exit there. Nearly going into the wall. PG with a 3-second time penalty. So he's been naughty on circuit 3 times again and picked up another penalty. How was the suit fitting, Mr. Maestro? When will the suit be ready? If you are there. And when's the wedding? Yes, Mboza. My G, how's it going, bro? It's been a good race so far. Had no safety car. They're doing well here, the lads. Skinner out front, mate, has just been... I think he needs bumping up a tier or 2. Because he's just been on it. Gotto called it. Said that he was gonna Skinner was gonna win it. Is Skinner Gotto? Skinner's racing so well. We've not heard from Gotto in a while. Is he locking in for a couple of laps here? And has he been messaging one? As we see George trying to send it down the inside there into turn 1. That was a very bold move into turn 1 to try and send it down the inside on the Aston Martin. You can see him pulling out of the slipstream as the Aston Martin makes contact there with the back of Scorter. Scorter nearly took out by George. Contact made. Rocket trying to hold on to his position here. Currently in at P5. It's all changed. Like Rip is now currently in P3. Skull Killer currently P2. TXT was in that position. How he dropped so far, TXT. Did he serve a time penalty? I think TXT may have served a penalty here. to be this far back. He's got to have done. Got to have done. But yeah, and Bozza, I am doing well, mate. I hope you are well too. Hope you've had a good Thursday. This is my sense of smell is going weird here, right? My missus has made toast, but for some reason I can smell fucking pie. It's like she's made a meat and potato pie, and I'm fucking starving now. I am so hungry. You know what? Tomorrow night, I don't give a shit. I'm having a kebab. Kebab night tomorrow night. Everybody says it's chippy night, but nah, it's kebab night. Nice big doner. A chicken and lamb tikka. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Bit of salad. You gotta have the rabbit food. At least you can say it's a bit of it's healthy. But yeah, it's been solid here this evening. In that first stint, I mean, we had DRS trains. They're all getting a bit closer now. They're all closing up. They've got a good battle here for P10. Couple within DRS range. We'll stay on board with Mep Haller. See if he can hold on to his position. Has had that wing change. Earlier on, I'm sure Mep in the first stint had damage. We've only got 6 laps of racing here to go. And, I mean, we'll jump on board with Skinner near the end. We've got Skull Killer and Brannin having a bit of a battle for P2. Rip Brannin trying to stay close to Skull Killer. I'm sure we'll probably... This is where the strategy mind has to come into play now from the drivers. Where only so many laps left. Are they just going to sit in behind and try and go for it on that last lap? Because you don't want to be leading on lap 30. You have got so much pressure. Sorry, lap 36. You don't want to be leading. Because the guy is going to sit in behind you until that final straight where they get DRS. And they're going to hope that they get a good exit. I'm sure it's out of turn 12. Sure it's turn 12 here on the circuit. As FG Pro has joined. So had a desync, has the McLaren driver now joining back in the lobby. And Mep Haller is doing pretty decently here. He's keeping himself a nice gap to I Am Lemon. Lemon back where we seen him earlier on, back in P10. Has he got the pace to put Mep Haller under pressure here? I mean, the McLaren... This is where, like, all the drivers need to put one another under pressure. Try and force that battle. But we've got the McLaren trying to go around the outside. Shush down the inside against Lemon. Lemon losing a position there. Bad exit for Lemon has cost him a couple of positions here now. Madman starting to feed through. And there's a bit of contact. You can hear the cars coming together there. A bit of wheel banging. But Madman gets the position. Lemon just has to settle in behind the Red Bull driver. And Brannin is just struggling to stay within DRS range here. Skull Killer extending the gap to 1.3 seconds for that battle for P2. We've got Kislesko. This little battle still continuing between the 3 drivers. The Alpine just dropping back of Rocket. Still gets DRS though, so hopefully he can close back up and get within DRS range of this battle and stay involved in it. George, and I tell you what, if these 3 can work together, the podium could change. That P3 battle could become interesting. Let's see how many penalties that they do have at this moment in time. I've pressed the wrong button again, but let's check the penalties while we're on lap 32. Penalties. So George has got a 10 seconds, so he's pretty much defending thin air at the minute. But Kislesko and Rocket, they are battling for P3 here. These 2 drivers are the ones that are battling for P3. Nobody else, just Kislesko and Rocket. These two kind of need to work together here. They need to become like a partnership to stay within range of try and get past George, and hopefully they can fight on that final lap, because Kislesko, if he can hold on to the DRS here in behind George, because George, no matter whether you've got a 10-second time penalty over your head, a 3-second, could be a 15-second time penalty, these guys will fight till the end to defend a position that, you know, at least they can set on track. Yes, they weren't too clean. Yes, they picked up time penalties, but they still managed a P4 on circuit. And with Rip, it's going to be, I still managed P3 on circuit. Yes, he's got 6 seconds of time penalties, but you can still say he finished third. I don't know whether my chat's slowed down or it's been stopped, but Boz has not set out. Gotto's disappeared. I think he left ages ago. Alfie's going to be thanking Gotto, though. He's going to be having some ad-free viewing due to getting a gifted sub from Gotto, so we'll make sure next time we see Obo that he gives Gotto a thank you. But, I mean, Skinner. 22, but this guy needs bumping up. I'm sorry, there's no way it's down to pace of, like, people being, everybody else being that bad here at Brazil that Skinner is 22 seconds clear. There's no way. Skinner needs bumping up a tier 100%, maybe 2. I mean, you could expect someone to be maybe a bit slower than him on, like, race pace, but 22 seconds over a full race, I find it a bit hard to believe. He's gone on to the penultimate lap. Look at the gap. I mean, Skull has just made it into Sector 3. Them cars there that are all trying to get within DRS range of one another and stay there. I mean, look, he's out of Sector 1 already and they've not even crossed the line. He's absolutely killing it. I think Tier 4 might be saying that Skinner needs to move up. We'll jump back on board with him after, because the battle for P3 is on. Who is going to take it? Is it going to be Kislesko, or is it going to be the Alpine driver of Rocket? We're on the penultimate lap, and the Alpine driver staying behind him, Rocket. Wait till lap 36. Don't push it yet, lad. You can walk away with a P3 here. The podium is definitely on for Rocket. He just needs to stay. So, I don't know whether Killer's still here. The reason why I'm telling him to stay in behind Kislesko, because especially through this part of the track as well, he doesn't want to overtake under any DRS zone apart from the one that we're going to be approaching very, very soon. Which is in between this corner and the start finishing straight. And this is where he wants to go and attack. If he overtakes now, he's silly. He needs to stay in. Tucked in behind. Don't go for the overtake. And I don't know whether Kislesko could have forced that. Could have slowed down. Kislesko's now going to have DRS. And Kiz will probably stay tucked in behind. Again, if he goes on the attack, if he goes for the overtake, it's silly. It's pointless. And you can see that light flashing on the rear of the Kick Sauber driver. That means he was recharging his battery for that final straight. They need to stay within a decent range. My God, Skinner. And he's probably finished. He's not finished, but Skinner has had a brilliant race. Huh? Eh? He finished in the pit lane. I mean, if that's not ego, I don't know what is. But here comes Skull Killer. He's under pressure from George. George is on fresher tyres. George has got a 10-second time penalty. But Skull Killer's going to get this. He's going to get P2 on track. George will drop down positions due to that penalty. But it's Rocket in the Alpine does get the P3. He gets that final podium position. PG moving up, George going down still. TXT finishes in at P8. Madman's going to come across the line in P9. Mephala P10. There are penalties in and around there, so whether we see movement, Mephala goes up to P9. I Am Lemon gets P9 in the end. Who could have predicted? Oh, wait, I did. Yeah, 100% Gotto. An amazing prediction there from Gotto. He called it in quali. And the Kick Sauber driver finished somewhat in style by finishing in the pit lane. He knew it. That was class. That was really good. The pit lane too. What a goal. Yeah, definitely. Exactly. He finished in the fucking pit lane. Tell Skinner from me. That's just goated. Let him cook, man. Let him cook. Yeah.